Good morning, YouTube. So yesterday I was just like walking outside taking the trash, and it just looked really beautiful because it's been like snowing heavy here in Ohio. It's just really beautiful. Like I was just like, oh wow, it's like the snow it was just really bright yesterday outside. So I was just like, wow, this is really nice. So yeah, but to the topic. So 2 days ago, I was actually in a thrift store with another lady I knew. We were just browsing around just randomly. I just decided to randomly tag along. So while I was in the store, I actually met another lady. She was actually from the UK. And when we ran into each other, we just started talking. And she actually asked me, oh, are you actually from the UK as well? And I was like, no, I'm not from the UK. Because I was just like, why do people always assume that I'm from the UK? I don't even talk like them or anything. Because it's like Australians, Canadians, Africans, and people from the islands, even though it's like the same family, like Commonwealth nations, it's like there's a difference in the way we talk, like the dialogue is like very different. It's like different from each other. So yeah, so it's like I just told her, no, I'm not from the UK. I'm actually from South Africa. She's like, oh, okay, I guess the same family, Commonwealth nation, former English colonies, you know. So yeah, so we just I was actually excited to actually meet a fellow immigrant from a Commonwealth nation. So we actually exchanged numbers and everything. So, but you know, one thing that really caught my attention was that she actually said to me, we were just talking, just basically talking, and then she said to me that, oh, like she asked me, oh, are you an only child? And then I told her no, and then she was like, oh, okay, because I could tell that you are either an only child or you are your mom's youngest child. So I was just like, wait, we just met. We've hardly even talked. I've not even told you about my family or anything. So how do you know? And she actually told me she was like, she studied like human anthropology over years and psychology. So she was just like, it was just the way I carried myself and the way. So I was just like, oh, okay. Like, so it says, it was just really strange. And it's like, because it's funny because that's not the first time that happened. So there was a time when when I was in college, I was actually went to an anthropology department because I took a few anthropology classes. So I actually went to the department, and there was an elder lady. She was a secretary, and she actually told me, she was like, oh, I've just been observing you over time. And I was just like, and she was like, oh, I can tell that you are either you're the only child, or you are also, or you are your mom's youngest child. And I was like, how could you tell? She was like, honey, I am a mother and a grandmother. I know how you guys act. So it wasn't in a mean way. She didn't say it in a mean way necessarily, but she said it in a like laughing, playing way. So I was just like, oh, okay. So I was just like thinking hard to myself, like, can people tell? Like, because it's not. I didn't take it too personally. So I was just like, because I've heard like, and I've just seen on like just different social media where people can say, oh, like where they ask questions, oh, are you the oldest of your siblings, or are you the youngest, or something like that, or how many kids are you? So I was just like, because they say there's a way it matters. So I was just like, oh, okay, because maybe it's just nothing that it's not something that I personally ever paid attention to. So I was just like, oh, okay, maybe there is a difference. So I was just thinking hard to myself, like maybe it's something that I should start paying attention to, and maybe just observing people too, because I just always enjoy learning. Because I took a few anthropology classes, I just always like learning more about human psychology, the way people think, like human anthropology, cognition across cultures, and how different people are viewed in different societies. And I just always like learning that stuff. That's like really neat to me. So I was just like, okay, so yeah, so it's just I didn't take it too personally again. So it just really caught my attention. I just found it very interesting because it's like I am my mother's youngest child. I actually have my mother, and I have one big brother, and yeah, they're really like really nice to me. I actually love my even though we kind of argue, but that's like normal family. I really love my brother, my big brother. So he kind of does spoil me a bit. So so yeah. So but yeah. So it's like, how can you tell? Like, is it a way? So yeah, so I just want to know, just from different people, like, has it ever happened to you where people say they can tell that you are the oldest, the youngest, or anything of that matter? So yeah, so it's like it just made me think hard. So yeah, so please like, comment, subscribe, and share my video, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.